Hello and welcome back to video 7 in the nostalgic school day memory keeping. Documentation. Today is what I would consider the last video, but there was so many things that I still wanted to do, so I think I'm going to come back and do one more video. I'm going to try to get it done tomorrow as well, but I have a busy day ahead of me, so we will see how that goes. But I wanted to there was a couple more things I wanted to do, and I thought, well, I'll just do it offline. But then I thought, well, I might as well come back and show you guys what I still wanted to plan in my book. So today we're going to talk about when I grow up. And this is basically where you could write about what you wanted to do, what you wanted to be, what you always said you wanted to be, those kind of things. Now, what I'm going to do is, I had originally planned to do a collage of a self-portrait, and I still want to do that, but I actually have been having this other idea on my mind that I really wanted to do because it was I did it for so long. Well, I didn't do it really for so long, but it's one of those memories that just really sticks with you. So anyway, I'm just going to create, and we're going to talk, and I'll show you what my plan is. So, and I may come back and do the collage in another video. So, and basically what I had originally planned to do was just take a bunch of, which I think I might do that. I think I'll just come back and do another video with that, because this has kind of been on my mind and on my heart, and this is what I kind of want to do today. So, but I bought these at a thrift store. I guess it was like a teacher maybe turned in a bunch of her items, and so I bought books, I bought apple shapes, and so I definitely thought they would be perfect in these books. So I used one here. This is that questionnaire that we did about ourselves, and I put my kindergarten picture in here and my name, and then I just added part of that apple. So I just basically used an envelope to put my my information in. And I know it sticks out in the book, but to me that's kind of, I love junk journaling, so I think that's kind of adds to it. Now if you were doing the traveler's notebook, it would have fit perfectly in there, but that's, and if you still don't like it, you could fold it again and put it in there. It's a note to yourself. So I'm going to come in here and use my markers, and I'm going to be doing a envelope today, and I'll show you, I'll kind of talk about my envelope as I write here. So I'm going to write when I grow up, and I'm going to put what my parents said. I had the perfect sticker for my mom, and I cannot find it, but I know it's going to come up somewhere, and so I'm going to leave this side blank to kind of tell a story about my dad, and then I'm going to put that sticker in here. Once I find it, it's from October Afternoon. I've been hoarding it for years, and it's like their line of, has a lady at the desk, you know, with her typewriter, and it would be perfect in here. So I just saw it not too long ago, but, so I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to write in different colors like I would as a kid. But basically, my story that I want to tell over here about my dad is, you know, he worked. My grandfather had his own business, and he was like a contractor. Just to kind of give you a little history, I think I probably have talked about it before. But my grandpa worked in a candy factory here in Austin. They don't have it anymore. For years, and then whenever it was off season, like when it wasn't Christmas and Valentine's and all those things, he learned how to, he was an apprentice for doing carpentry, and so that was his trade, and that's what my dad did. And so, like I said, whenever I was asking these questions, I found out so many interesting things, because he contracted his first job, which was adding a bathroom onto a to a house, when he was 13. So that is like amazing to me. I'm like, wow, it's just, I can't imagine any 13-year-old right now doing that. And maybe they are out there still. That would be so awesome. But, you know, my parents were very, very hardworking. And, you know, they, so that's really what I kind of want to put over here in this story. And then right here, I want to write, you know, whenever I ask them the question, what they told me. So I'm just going to put a border on here. Where's my yellow? And, wow, I keep forgetting that is like a neon yellow, you guys. It's like, it is bright. And so, which is kind of cute. So, anyway, let's see here. Will this pen work? So I'm going to put Dad. Some of these pens, I buy a whole bunch of them because I'll use my lip pen. They're pretty good. And it's on this paper. I'm just writing Dad and Mom. When you write on construction paper, it actually kind of edges out. So let's see what exactly he told me. I think he said carpenter, but let me see. Because that's what he was doing. So, oh yeah. There it is. And then my mom, she said she wanted to be a secretary. And let me tell you, she can type. Okay. And what's interesting about this too is, you know, my mom didn't drive till she was in her 20s, but she taught herself how to drive. I mean, I remember when I was 16, oh my goodness, that was like, my daughter's the same way. She cannot wait to drive. So, okay, so I kind of have that. Like I said, I'm going to come in here and add their story, add some stickers, and then to talk about what I wanted to do. And like I said, this was something that I did as a kid. And as I mentioned earlier, one of my best friends, Darusha, we did this. My daughter gave me her old spiral, which is a unicorn. We used to exchange notes, and even after she moved away, we were still pen pals. So that's what I wanted to kind of create for my book, is one of those envelopes that we used to make. And, you know, I was trying to think about when we were kids. You know, I don't really think there was a Hobby Lobby and a Michael's store, because I don't remember ever really. I mean, we did have stickers, like some scratch. I mean, but it wasn't something that you just went and you could buy just bukus of them. You know what I mean? It just wasn't really, at least. You know what we had? We had Wins stores. Y'all remember Wins and Woolco and Gibson's? That's what we had. So we would take a piece of paper, like a notebook paper, and we would make our little envelopes, and we would flap them over like that. Now, like I was saying, we really didn't have any of the stickers and stuff, but we would use old. We would fussy cut out of wrapping paper. And I thought about going and digging out my Christmas wrapping paper, because that's what we typically would use. But it's one in the corner in the garage, and you know, I've talked about my garage several times, that it's a constant battle. But I thought what I would do is create an envelope. Let's see, how am I going to put it in my book? And write myself a note. And I want to do a page about my friend. I mean, and explain the whole story that I just told you guys. So I definitely want to do that on this page here. But for today, I'm going to decorate this folder, and I'm going to write myself a note and put it in here. Did I glue that top? Oh, good grief. Well, you can see I haven't made these in a long time. Let's start over. I glued that top part. That's not going to do me any good. So let's start over. There's another piece of paper. You know, and I wish I would have kept some of those notes. However, I did keep some of the notes from some of my friends, and I have one of those old scrapbooks. I think I've mentioned that, where that we would those old ones that have the mouse. Remember I mentioned the mouse eating it. Okay, so we're just going to do it on the sides here. Silly. Okay. And then flap it over. I mean, we thought we were something. Look, we created our own envelopes. And, boy, if I had washi back then, could you imagine how much fun that would be? So, actually, I'm going to use some washi on mine. This is Mindy Lacefield. If you haven't followed her or seen her artwork, it is adorable. It is so fun. I actually took a class by her, and in fact, I want to take another one. She's got a Halloween class out, and it's just fun. She just teaches how to draw, and her thing is, you know, childlike, have fun. Just have fun. And I took the unicorn class by her, and I'm still doing some of the projects, and it's so fun. Actually, it's still going on, but yeah, she's one of my faves. Actually, she has, you know what? Let me go. She sent me some Happy Mail, and I did an order from her, and I think I'm gonna add. I think this may be something really cute here. I see how the ideas just keep coming. Let me put that on there. Okay, she sent me some Happy Mail and an order, and I've been wanting to get onto Instagram and show it, but she sent me, she loves Disney, so she has, oh my gosh, this was so cute. So I think this may be like a little Mindy Lacefield, because she has really brought my inner child out while creating, and so look how adorable those are. And she sent me Happy Mail, and then I had ordered, let me show you one of her original artworks. Look how cute that is. Oh, it's so cute. Anyway, so I may, oh, and then the Sticky Club. I know this is becoming more like Happy Mail. I got, if y'all haven't heard of the Sticky Club, it's $10 a month, and it, STICKII, and they send you this little package, and I have a whole, and it's themed, which I love. Like this one is Bird Cafe, and I have a whole book that I use quite a bit. So this is kind of one of her Halloween art. But she sent me some really cute stickers too, and I'm gonna use one of her Minnie Mouse stickers for our envelope. And actually, this may work in here too. Oh. Perfect. Okay, Mindy, see, it's already coming into play. So let me see what we got. I know she sent me some really cute, and this brought back some childhood memories, is some scratch and sniff stickers. I mean, seriously, you guys, look how cute. It smells like berry. I love it. So basically we would come in here and, let me see. I think I'm going to use this little blue. Kind of brings out the blue in the washi. And we would cut out our Christmas paper, and we would add our wrapping paper and add it to there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this for my little envelope to talk about when I grow up. And, you know, I know my mom's been watching the video. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. And she's like, now, you know it's not too late. You could go back to school and do art. And I'm like, yeah, but I have looked into going back, because I really thought about being an art teacher or doing stuff, but I think I'm just going to pursue, just keep on creating and doing fun stuff here and get my retirement. And then these are some fussy cutting I'm going through that is part of the Fussy Cutting Cuties. Have y'all heard? This is another thing. This is so cute. Okay, so we're going to do open here. We're going to do that arrow. It's a new little club on, and it's really fun. It's some friends of mine out of, see, I'm just going to have fun with it. I love this. In fact, I'll probably print that out several times, and I think I might run some washi across the top here. So, anyway, it's a monthly club, and it's on Facebook. It's so fun. It's very interactive. You would love Paula G. She's Kelly Bangs creates these die cuts, and then Paula is she gets on and she talks, and she has all these introduces people and get to know the community, and you get to travel. Like last month we went to, I mean, you know, not literally travel, but you get to go to, like last month we went to South Carolina. So it's just kind of fun, and then you can kind of create, like I acted like I went on vacation and created a whole little album about what I would do. And I think me, being that I love to learn about other places and I love history and things like that, then it's right up my alley. Okay, so I'm going to put right here, open. Make it, let's do a different color. Which one's neon? Is this the neon? I think it is. Man, that needs to be in a bag by itself. Open. And I'm going to put, you know, and actually I might go into more detail about that, but I'm going to put 2 from, and I'm going to put 2, what, you know, you could pick an age, but I think I'm going to put 2 my younger, oh, that might be a little bit darker. To my younger self from me. Oh, why do I keep picking up that paint marker? It's also one of those, it's like neon, it's not bright enough. From me, oops, now, right? And we're going to date it. We're going to date that, and we're going to highlight it again in yellow. God, is that bright yellow again? I thought I put that thing on white. It looks fine, but it's just, oh, right. Okay. So, we're going to write a note to ourselves, and we're going to add it, let's put our markers away, to our book. And I loved making these envelopes, and me and her, we made lots of envelopes. That's so cute. Okay, I'm going to actually, where's my tissue paper? I was going to put a background on this page, kind of like create, oh, you know what? I was eyeballing this paper this morning. So we have a couple stories we're going to write and put in our book. But I think what I'm going to do, like I mentioned earlier, I really have enjoyed this. And you know, just because the class is over, that's what I always tell myself. I'm still adding to my summer one. Because just because the class is over doesn't mean you can't continue to add to your book. I mean, I have pictures I want to add, stories that I still want to tell. And as you think about your stories, you know, make a page and add it to your book. It's a continuation. I'm just adding this as kind of a, so it didn't go through the back. I mean, I could still see that. This is that 28-pound paper, but for when you start gluing things on it, like this heavy envelope. Oh, that's busy. Kind of like the other envelope, but we can come in here and tone that down a little bit. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to add just a teeny tiny layer to the back of this of tissue paper, just to kind of, you could put another piece of cardstock if you wanted to, but I don't want to make it too, sorry, my stomach's growling. If y'all heard that, it grumbled really loud. Just a tiny lip on the outside here. Gotta love tissue paper. So, we're going to come back in another video, and I'm going to show you guys a couple little things. And I kind of mentioned earlier in the lessons that I wanted to kind of come through and add stickers, and I've got so much school ephemera. Let me punch the holes in here. I've got so much school ephemera that I don't want to, I want to come back through and add it. And I think that would be kind of a fun thing to do, to show. There. Just to add a little bit of color, so, because this is kind of busy, but I do like it because it's really fun. Perfect. Alright, you guys. Well, I'm going to wrap this video up. And like I said, I'm going to come back and we're going to have a little bit more fun with this project. We probably still need to do a self-portrait, don't we? Oh. But for now, we're going to add this to our book. And you know what would be fun to do? A swap of envelopes. Haha. I like swaps. Okay. And then I can just put in here and have my little note. I'm going to let that dry a little bit before I put that in there. Alright, you guys. Well, thanks for joining me. And I know this was supposed to be a wrap. But we'll come back. We'll come back and like finish it up and do a couple more things in our little book. So, thanks for watching, and y'all have a great day. I'll see you in my next video.